Two trains depart at the same time and travel in opposite directions. One train moves 15 miles per hour faster than the other. After 6 hours, the distance between them is 630 miles. Determine the speed of each train.
Alright, kasi ito yung track natin. So, at the same point, sabay silang magta-travel in opposite direction. Kasi ito yung two trains natin and this is the start point. Yung isa dito, yung isa sa kabila. So, ito yung movement. Ganyan. Okay, after 6 hours, the two trains are 630 miles apart. So, ito yung distance covered by, let's say, the slower train and let's say ito yung ating faster train. So, tawagin siyang distance D1. Distance, velocity, times time. So, velocity 1 times time. Ito naman, tawagin siyang D2. Velocity 2 times time. Let's say velocity 2 is the faster train. So, by this equation, pwede natin yan. D1 plus D2 equals to 630 miles. D1 is velocity 1 times time. Yung time natin is 6 hours. While D2 is velocity 2 times time. 6 hours pa rin kasi sabay naman sila. Then, bring down 630. So, the other train is 15 miles faster. So, let's say yung V2 yung mas mabilis. So, I will copy that one. V1 plus 6. V2 is V1 plus 15. Mas mabilis siya sa V1 ng 15 miles per hour. Then, copy 6. Then, copy 630. Bakupuhan natin yung V1. 45 miles per hour. Yung V2 is V1 plus 15. You have your 60 miles per hour. So 45 and 60 is letter B.
Next problem. Simplify the expression 7x cubed plus 2x cubed.
Very simple. Alright, the same sila ng degree. So we can just add the 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. So the answer is 9x cubed. Bonus yan, ha?
Next problem. Assume you receive X dollars in January. Each month after that, you receive $100 more than you received in the previous month. Form a factored polynomial that represents the total amount of money you receive from January through April.
Sa natin, sa January, na-receive niya is X dollars. Then, each month thereafter, you receive $100 more. So, sa February, sa next month, yung ma-receive niya is X plus $100. Kasi $100 more. Okay? Sa March, yung ma-receive niya is equals to X plus 200. Sa previous month, X plus 100, dagdagan natin ang 100. So, magiging X plus 200. And sa April, yung ma-receive niya, mas malaki ng $100 sa March. That becomes X plus 300. I-add natin. I-add natin yung lahat. The total, you have your 4x. Ito naman, i-add mo yan, magiging 600. Factor out natin si 4. That can be written as 4 quantity x plus 150. So answer here is letter B.
Next problem. A company that manufactures custom windows produces Y windows per week using X hours of labor weekly, where Y equals 1.75 square root of X. Calculate the number of labor hours needed per week in order to maintain a production rate of 28 windows.
So how many hours? Yung hinahanap dito is yung X number of hours. So to keep production of 28 windows per week, yung window is yung Y. So direct substitution na. Ilagay lang natin yan dito. So Y is so for X. From that equation, so when Y is equals to 28, ay pwede mo i-shift solve o pwede natin i-simplify. So ito yung mangyari. Divide both sides by 1.75. 28 over 1.75. Para matanggal ko yung square dito, square natin both sides. So that becomes, kung ma-square natin yan, cancel yung square root. 28 over 1.75 squared. Answer here is 256 hours.
Next problem. The relationship between FC prime 14 and FC prime 28 is given by this equation, where T represents the age of the concrete in weeks. If the concrete achieves a compressive strength of 245.82 kilograms per square centimeters at 14 days, determine its expected compressive strength at 28 days.
So, Ito yung hinahanap natin given yung FC prime at the end of 14 days. Given to. Yung T naman natin must be in weeks. By the way, yung T dyan is yung age natin from 14 until 28. 28 minus 14 is 14 days pa rin. So, ang gagawin nating weeks, just convert that one. That's equivalent to 2 weeks. Bali mo, meron na tayong concrete. Chinet natin yung compressive strength at the end of 14 days. Papipredict natin yung concrete strength at the end of 20 days. Kaya hindi na natin siya pabuti ng 20 days. So, direct substitution lang. This one, substitute natin dito. Yung T is 2 weeks. Then, ito yung hinahanap. FC prime at the end of 28 days. So, 319.84 yung lalabas.
Letter A. Next problem. The cost of electricity in a certain city is modeled by this equation, where C represents the total cost and N is the number of kilowatt-hours consumed. Solve for N and find the number of kilowatt-hours used for costs of 49.97, 76.5, and 125 pesos.
So, yung N yung hahanapin natin. Pwede natin ito simplify. Alright, rearranging that one, that becomes yung N. Kung i-transpose natin yan, that becomes C minus 6.5. Then divide both sides by 0.07. Okay, sinimplify ko lang sa dito. So when C is 49.97, N is 6 to 1. When C is 76.5, N is 1,000. So when C is 125, N is 1692. So yung sagot natin dito is letter C.
Next problem. Solve for x from the following equations. yz is equal to 20. xy is equal to 12. Zx is equal to 15.
Ipinapahanap is x. Right. So for x, since meron tayong zx equals 15, yung issue pa is, in z, it turns ko siya by x. Para isang variable na lang. Pwede ko siyang gawin dito. xy, ito naman yz. Involve yung y in both equations. So we divide ko yan. xy over yz. So xy, take note, is 12. Yung yz is 20. Okay? Makakancel natin dito yung y. So now this, another relation of x and z. So, gusto kong express si z sa x. Rearrange ko yan. Yung z is equals to 20 over 12. Then, times x. Simplify lang natin. 20 over 12 is 5/3. Z is 5/3 of x. I-input ko yan dito. So, x lang yung variable natin. From this, with z equals to 5/3 of x, copy x equals 15. That one becomes f squared. Okay, then cross multiply. So, maniging 3/5. 15 times 3/5. This one becomes 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So, plus or minus square root of 9. So, square root natin in both sides. So, the answer here is plus or minus 3.
Next problem. A pebble is thrown upward from the top of Asen Falls, which has a height of 1,100 feet, with an initial velocity of 20 feet per second. The height of the pebble h at time t seconds is modeled by this equation. Determine the time it will take for the pebble to reach the ground after being thrown.
So, ito yung ating equation, According to the problem, the height of the pebble h after t seconds is given by the equation. So, how long after the pebble is thrown will hit the ground? So, based on that condition, the stone hits the ground when the height is 0. So, simply substitute h equals 0, then copy that one. Kung mag-shift solve tayo, it is a quadratic equation, dalawa yung makukuha mo dyan. At 8.94 and negative 7.69. So, negative time is an observed value. The answer here is 8.94. Bakit hindi yan pwede? Observed value, yeah. Walang negative time, di ba? So, 8.94 is the correct answer.
Next problem. Printing presses produce pages in fixed groups called signatures. One press prints 16 pages per signature, and each signature costs $0.14. If C of P represents the total cost of printing a book with P pages, determine the cost of printing a 128-page book.
Alright. The total cost for printing 128 pages. So we need to print 128 pages in yung P. That is equals to the cost per unit. Pero tayong cost per unit is $0.14 per signature. Each signature costs $0.14. So $0.14 per signature. But one signature here is 16 pages worth. So kaya, $0.14 per 16 pages, multiplied it by 128 pages na needed. So cancel yung pages, then yung gasto sa pagprint ng 128 pages is $1.12. So letter A.
Next problem. A pendulum travels 40 inches on its first swing. Each succeeding swing measures 4/5 of the length of the previous swing. Determine the length of the pendulum's fifth swing.
Parang ganito yung pendulum, di ba? Yung panglimang swing yung ating hahanapin. So, pero siyang condition dito. Each successive swing is 4/5 the preceding. So, pwede natin siyang gamitan na geometric progression. So, if the first swing, tawagin ko siyang P1, it is 40. The second swing is 4/5 of the preceding swing. 4/5 of 40. No, 32. Then the third swing is 4/5 of the preceding swing. 25.6.
Fourth swing
is 4/5 of 25.6. Pwede mo imano-mano muna. And the fifth swing is 4/5 of 20.48. You have 16.84 inches. Pwede sa imano-mano kapag hindi naman sa ganun haba. Halimbawa, what if yung hinahanap is 20th swing? So, medyo mahaba yung gagawin natin. So, instead, you can use geometric progression. The 4/5 is the common ratio. So, gagamitin natin sa geometric progression or geometric sequence. The formula AN is equals to PM, common ratio N minus M. So, if A sub 5 yung ating kukunin, if KM is A sub 1, so A sub 1/40, then common ratio is 4/5, yung N is 5, yung M is A sub 1. So you have here 16.3.
Next problem. The volume of a rectangular building with a square base and height x is given by this polynomial expression. Determine the dimensions of the square base expressed in terms of x.
Yung volume is given by this. So, alam natin for a rectangular, a square prism, we can have that one as base area times height. Okay? Yung height is x. So, bring down equals to base area times height x. Pakuha natin yung buong base area by dividing both sides by x. Divide it by x, magiging x squared. Divide it by x, magiging 60x. Divide it by x, magiging 900. Base area. Kung factor out natin siya, kukuha natin magiging, at I mentioned b times b. I-factor out natin siya. So that is x minus 30 and x minus 30.
Next problem. A rectangle has a perimeter of 68 meters, and its length is 14 meters longer than its width. Determine the dimensions of the rectangle by finding both the length and the width.
Let's say yung rectangle natin. Width, then length. According to the problem is that length is 14 meters more than the width. It can be written as W plus 14 meters more. Given perimeter 68 meters. And we know that perimeter is, for the rectangle, dalawang W, dalawang L, or 2W plus L. Given perimeter 68, okay, then W unknown, yung length here is W plus 14. We can solve for W. Alright, so kung natin kuhanin yung length, 10 plus 14. 10 plus 14 is 24.
Next problem. A rectangular soccer field has a length that is twice its width. If the total perimeter of the field is 300 yards, determine the length and width of the field.
Ito yung width, ito yung length. So yung length is twice as its width. If perimeter of the soccer field is 300 yards, what are the field dimensions? Perimeter is 300 yards. So copy 2W. yung length natin is twice of the width. Kuha natin is W. Then, yung length is twice of the width. So, 50 by 100. Yes.
Next problem. Bill wants to determine the number of baristas needed to operate his coffee shop efficiently. The shop is open 313 days per year and operates 11 hours each day. To accommodate unexpected variations in customer demand, Bill plans for a 12% capacity cushion. This year, he projects serving 500,000 customers, with each customer requiring an average service time of 3 minutes.
So, yung concept dito is work. So, kung gagawin natin, yung unit work natin as 500,000 customers, but there is a capacity cushion. Sinabi niya dito, Bill wants a capacity cushion of 12% to deal with unexpected fluctuation. So, gagawin niya 1 plus 0.12%. That is to deal with fluctuation. So, instead of 500,000, expect niya is 560,000 customers due to fluctuation. So, this is work problems in algebra. Kailangan i-accommodate yung 560,000 customers. Na yung rate ng isang barista, according to this, average time for each customers is 3 minutes. So that will be the rate of one barista. Yung kayang i-accommodate is one customer in every 3 minutes. That's the rate. That's for one barista. I-multiply natin ang number of baristas. So that's the total rate of the baristas. So from that, work is equal to rate plus time. For work, we need to accommodate 560,000 customers. Yung rate is ito, one customer in 3 minutes times the number of baristas needed. Yung time, so in a year, 313 days. Kailangan natin yan in minutes kasi naka-minute yung ating unit. So, conversion natin, in 1 day, 11 hours lang siya mag-operate. 11 hours per day, this will cancel. Convert pa natin yung hour to minutes. 1 hour every 60 minutes. Magka-cancel to customers, right? Yung minutes cancel, yung days cancel, yung hour cancel. So, number of baristas yung makuha natin. So, 8.132. Of course, magra-round up tayo. Let's say 9 baristas.
Next problem. 2 conveyor belts are used to move 300 pounds of recyclable aluminum from a delivery truck to a storage area. The larger belt can complete the transfer in 2 minutes, while the smaller belt requires 6 minutes to move the same amount over the same distance. If both belts are used, determine the time required to transport the aluminum to the storage area.
Work problem to. According to the problem, kaya niyang i-move yung 300 pounds recyclable aluminum from delivery truck to storage area in 2 minutes. Tawagin ko siyang rate of the bigger belt. Gawin natin 1 unit of work. 1 work in 2 minutes. Bakit ginawa natin 1 work? Because dito sa second statement, a smaller belt can move the same quantity. So, tawagin kong rate of the smaller belt as R, small r. So, 1 work at the same quantity in 6 minutes. Work-related problems yung work is just equals to rate times type. Ganun na. So, if 1 work, okay, pagtutulungan ng 2 belts, sabay sila dito. Work is equals to the sum of rates. The sum of rates times time. So, ilang time matatapos pag sambay yung 2 of work. Okay? Take note, ito yung hinahanap. Simplify natin. T is equals to 1 work over capital R plus small r. So, for the capital R is 1/2. Small r is 1/6. The units here are work, no? Cancel yung work, matitirang unit is minute. So 1.5 minute is equivalent to 1 and 1/2 minutes.